All right, so for the last two learning objectives, we've just been memorizing a bunch of stuff on the unit circle, and now we're going to connect that to our sine and cosine values. All right, so earlier in the unit, we made this new definition for sine and cosine. All right, sine was a y value on the unit circle, and cosine was the x value on the unit circle. All right, so this was the unit circle you had to memorize over your last two learning objectives. So sine is going to end up being all of these y values as we go around. Cosine is going to be all these x values as we go around. So now that we have this unit circle, we can quickly find sine and cosine values. All right, so find sine of 2 pi over 3. Remember, whatever is in here is the angle. So the first thing is to find the angle 2 pi over 3 on my unit circle. And it's this angle there. All right, so this is the angle I'm talking about. And we know where that hits the unit circle because we have it memorized now. And we know sine is the y value. So sine is square root of 2. So if you have your unit circle, it's as simple as finding the angle and remembering sine is y values, cosine is x values. And it's not going to change when it's cosine instead of sine. Again, this thing on the inside here is our angle. So first thing is to find the 7 pi over 6 angle, which ends up being here. All right, so this is the angle we're talking about. And cosine of 7 pi over 6 is going to be that x value, negative square root of 3 over 2. So you have this unit circle, you just find the angle and do it. All right, for the skill check, I'm going to let you use your unit circle for this skill check. You won't be able to do it for future skill checks. All right, but let's just say you didn't have your unit circle. Basically, you would just write it down or kind of like visualize it in your head, but you're still going to do the same thing, figuring out where 11 pi over 6 is. 11 pi over 6 ends up being this angle. And if you remember pi over 6, you know it's the same numbers. The pi over 6 is a square root of 3 over 2, 1/2, except for in quadrant 4, y value is negative, so this is going to be negative 1/2. So I don't need to actually have the full unit circle in front of me to get it, but I'm just remembering the relationships that help me memorize the full unit circle, and I can get this answer. All right, cosine of 3 pi over 2. Again, where's 3 pi over 2 on the unit circle? 3 pi over 2 is going straight down. It's one of those nice quadrantal angles. The hint is it's a 2 and not a 3, 4, or a 6. And where's that hit the unit circle? It hits the unit circle at the point 0, negative 1. So what's the cosine? The cosine is 0. So again, just showing that you don't have to have the full unit circle in front of you to get these values. You're just remembering the relationships you built as you're remembering that unit circle. But for this one, I'll give you the unit circle. What is sine of 5 pi over 6? And you should get 1/2 for your final answer. So for this learning objective, you're going to complete a skill check. The skill check is going to have 4 problems on it. Like I said earlier, you can use your own unit circle for this skill check to make it go a little bit quicker. Again, we're just kind of checking to make sure you know that sine is y values and cosine is x values, and how you use your unit circle to get your sine and cosine values. However, on the very last skill check of this unit, you're not going to be able to use your unit circle. So make sure you still remember either how to create your own during the skill check if you want to go through all that, or know how to find these relationships so you can figure out your sine and cosine.